Let's be clear, though. Islam is not our adversary. Muslims are peaceful and tolerant people and have nothing whatsoever to do with terrorism.
Good morning. My name is Muhammad Musri. I'm the President and Senior Imam of the Islamic Society of Central Florida and National President of American Islam. I want to also caution many in the media from rushing to judgment and from, sensationalizing the story because we do not want the story to be shifted from the focus where it is.
Omar Mateen, you see it right there, 29 years old, American citizen, born in the United States in 1986, a resident of Port St. Lucie, Florida, drove apparently 2 hours to get to this club, the Pulse nightclub in Orlando, where he carried out this unprecedented carnage.
Do you have any reason to think that there's a connection to radical Islamic terrorism?
I would say at this time we're looking into all angles right now. We do have suggestions that that individual may have gleanings towards that particular ideology, but right now we can't say definitively, so we're still running everything to ground.
There's allegations that the individual has made threats in the past to having ties to terrorist organizations. However, those have not been confirmed or vetted so far, as obviously we are in the initial stages of this investigation at this time.
Well, Jake, what I've heard from the Department of Homeland Security this morning is that, according to local police, he made a pledge of allegiance to ISIL, was heard praying in a foreign language, and I don't know if this was at some point during the course of the shooting, but that's what I'm hearing, obviously secondhand, coming ultimately from local police. We know the shooting is during Ramadan. The target is often a target of ISIS, the LGBT community. We've seen horrific reports over the last couple of years of gruesome killings of gay and LGBT people in Syria and Iraq thrown off the top of buildings. So the similarities to the Bataclan are all highly indicative of a ISIL-inspired attack.
This has been discussed as the worst nightmare, and we are sorry to know that it happened to us. We don't wish this on anybody else, and we hope this would be the last of the mass shootings that our country has been going through. I think as a nation, we need to look at this issue of mass shootings because we just had one too many today. And I think we should do something about it to stop the mass shootings that are happening all the time. Thank you.
We're following the breaking news on the mass shooting in Orlando, Florida, that's left 50 people dead and more than 50 people injured. The shooter actually called 911 surrounding the attack to pledge allegiance to ISIS and mentioned the Boston bombers, according to a U.S. official.
Today marks the most deadly shooting in American history. The shooter was apparently armed with a handgun and a powerful assault rifle. This massacre is therefore a further reminder of how easy it is for someone to get their hands on a weapon that lets them shoot people in a school, or in a house of worship, or a movie theater, or in a nightclub. And we have to decide if that's the kind of country we want to be. And to actively do nothing is a decision as well.
You think we can ever have a conversation where we have the terrorism conversation and the gun conversation where it can, where everybody can sit down and have this without trying to politicize one version of events over the other?
I do, Chuck, because I think that there is a very broad consensus in this country, not 100% of the people. Overwhelming majority of gun owners and non-gun owners understand that we have got to do everything that we can to prevent guns from falling into the hands of people who should not have them. And that means expanding the instant background check. It means doing away with the gun show loophole. It means addressing the straw man provision. I think there is a wide consensus to move forward in that direction.